I got foamed on.
Again, dude? I got the second time? Well, hello, everybody.
Juicy.
How we all doing here? We're going to do the most important video of all time. The most incredible, inconceivable, invincible video ever created. We're going to do a Nintendo console tier list. And this is a definitive tier list. Because I think all three of us here, we all at the very least respect Nintendo.
Yeah.
At some point, yes.
At some point, yeah. I can say for myself, I am not a Nintendo fan. I love Metroid, but Nintendo as a whole, I really don't care for it. How do you feel about that?
It's got its highs, it's got its lows. We're going to discuss all the points between.
I definitely feel the same way. I think there are a lot of great things about the Nintendo consoles, but the company itself, we have questions. So.
Good. Good. We're all on the right track.
Absolutely.
Here.
So here we are. Let's start this thing up.
Well, we're going to go mainline consoles.
All right.
I will obviously include handhelds, but there's even some things here that I see that I know for a fact I haven't played, and if I haven't played it, I know for a fact you two haven't played it.
It's probably true. So we're sorry that it is a little unbiased on that point. So
it's a little incomplete,
yeah,
but this will be okay. First, we go with the NES.
Okay.
Now, this may be a bit of a hot take. I put the NES right into B tier.
Whoa.
Here's why. The NES, it revolutionized video games forever. It saved the industry. There's a lot of great games for it. I also think there's a lot of games for it that have not aged very well. Can I ask you boys a question? Would you rather play Metroid 1 or Super Metroid?
Super Metroid.
Exactly. There's a lot of great games on the NES. And they're still fun. There's still plenty of very playable games. But when I look at the Super Nintendo versus the original Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, there's a lot of games that could come out for that console today and would be totally playable. You wouldn't have to readjust as much to weird control schemes.
Yeah.
But with the NES, you kind of have to remember, like, yeah, this is an archaic kind of system.
I mean, I want to call it the grandfather of everything that was to come with Nintendo. I mean, I don't know, they captured on a market that was heavily wanting it. I mean, the idea of continuing your playthrough of taking like that arcade style gameplay experience, but making it into a home experience where you can continue, you can save file, you can keep going. Like, you've paid us our fee, we're okay with that. Keep going, have fun with it. Like, this genuinely revolutionized the concept of at-home gaming, in my opinion.
what a console actually means to at-home gaming as well, in terms of how you can save, have multiple players as well to like a comfortable ability.
Yes. Plug in different ports.
Exactly. Yeah.
Easily. It's literally as easy as just plugging it in.
Yeah.
Plug and play.
Yeah.
And like they were the geniuses behind that. I mean, the original Super Mario Bros. And stuff, like it was just as easy as could be to play with either family or friends. And like I grew up on that. I love it. I honestly feel a little disheartened putting it on B. I kind of feel like it belongs in A. And I also think a lot of people too, because of the age moderation restriction at the time, like a lot of families thought Nintendo was a safer way to go. So they ended up buying this as their like family safe, home safe product.
Yeah, this is our family friendly environment.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. It's not like buying a computer at the time and
Or like the Sega or like some competitor that was willing to show more graphic violence. Like the Nintendo was willing to keep it on the down low and keep it on the consumer like you can be trusted with Nintendo, and like they started here with that. They started here with that trust, that establishing like this is the friend, like the family friendly console. This is what you can have in your living room, and no matter what you put into there, it will be okay for somebody in their 40s to somebody in their like literally like 6-year-old and above. Like they will be able to play the game and and understand and not struggle with concepts involved, and I appreciate that.
So I know Jacob wants to move this up to an A. I'm in the middle right now, so at this point, I feel like we should just keep it at a B and see what happens with the rest of the ladder.
We can move
I'd be
it up
interested.
later.
Yeah, because
I'd
I
be
think
interested, yeah,
because
see,
I
what lines up.
do really think it should be in an A, but I do also appreciate Jackson's points as well, where I think about the longevity of it and like how it plays today and stuff like that, and
Very fair.
it's hard to go back. It's hard to go back to, especially compared to a lot of the other not SNES, but the other Nintendo consoles that are older.
I was
that you can
gonna
go
say,
back to,
especially the SNES.
Okay,
It especially does not hold up to the SNES.
There's a lot of games on the NES that just could not come out now.
Yes.
People would have to readjust their brain in a way where it's like, oh, wait a minute. Like Dragon Quest, for example. You don't just walk down the stairs. You have to walk over the stairs block, select the option to walk down the stairs. Like, there's things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's a very revolutionary, I think it's a great console, but I'll be honest, I don't want to play it all the time.
That's fair. I think keeping it at a B is good right now, and if we need to move it, then I'm okay with moving it. But like I said, I do think it does belong in the A, but let's keep it there for now because I want to see how this pans out.
We'll see what comes up.
Yeah.
So we'll stick to B. We'll stick to B for now.
B right now. Yeah.
So we just said it. Super Nintendo.
So let's move on to the damn Super Nintendo.
So this is an S tier console.
Yeah.
SNES.
For S for SNES.
It starts with it.
So
It starts with it. I don't think any of us can really argue that. It's like why it shouldn't be.
No,
it is. The funny thing is too, you don't even have to be a fan of Nintendo to appreciate the SNES.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge fan of Super Metroid.
Yeah.
It's a top 5 game ever made. It's one of the greatest games ever made, and it blew my mind. But there's other games on this console that also blew my mind. And if there's 3 games off the top of my head right now that I can list, it's Super Metroid, Chrono Trigger, and Final Fantasy VI. These 3 games, I didn't play them when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I played them when I was older. And there were things that happened in these games that I couldn't believe. Have you guys tried to think about a top 10 Super Nintendo list? Like, it's a bloodbath. There are so many games that I've been like, no, that should be top 10. And then I make 10 and I'm like, no, this should be there.
This should be
here. Fuck, you can't make a top 10. It's too fucking hard.
It is. It's really because there's like silly games that come in that take a spot from you. Like, I know it's kind of silly, but it's also a go-to game. Like Yoshi's Island.
Yes,
is like one of those games that like
perfect.
Nobody really knows what they're expecting getting into that, but it's just a silly, goofy game that anybody could really play to have some fun. And it's just go-to. Like they have levels that a kid could play, an adult can play, and also have like all
everybody
have trouble.
Everybody can have
fun.
fun.
Everybody in between can have fun.
Have trouble and fun with it. So it's like it's really cool.
I think we experience like Metroid because I grew up with that.
Yeah,
and it's
absolutely.
like Metroid 1 to Super Metroid. It is the same experience, but not at all. The SNES compared to the NES is a monumental difference. Like
it is
in
so,
terms of playing the games that are out on them. As a just a raw player, just experience it's just night and day difference.
Yeah.
It is without lack of better terms. It is a 2 times the experience.
Yes, all 3 of us were born after these games came out.
We've all played or tried them, and like they've all blown our minds in terms of like what it was before anything that we've ever experienced, which is well beyond the years of what the SNES was. But we go back and we see it, and without even having the nostalgia of playing it back then, we feel the nostalgia.
Yeah.
And like the greatness of what had actually come out when it came out. So like the games, bar none, some of the best. Yeah.
I mean, I would say I am very lucky in that my father introduced me to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of my earliest memories are
Well,
Nintendo playing games.
and my
And
grandma,
stuff like that is just so fun.
you and me walking home to my grandma's house, and she had the SNES and
Yes.
the N64, and you and I
Yes.
would play both of those things until the
And-
cows went home. So
And you know, we were playing Smash Bros. We were playing the
Everything.
golf games. We were
Yeah,
playing like
everything.
just so many different fun experiences that you can't replicate outside of those experiences. Like you can't hook up an Xbox Series S and have the same experience that we have. It's just truly different.
There is, you have to be there.
Yes,
Mhm.
it actually is, and it's like kind of upsetting to be that old fart who's saying that.
I know
now.
we're only
like-
in our late 20s, and we're getting to that point where like, damn, this older stuff is still better than what we have today. At some aspects, like
Because-
in some aspects, Super Metroid beats Metroid Dread.
yeah,
Yes.
In a 100%. Like if
all of
you,
us agree. Yes,
if you play them back to back,
And
Super Metroid does things so much better. And
It
Metroid
does.
Dread
Great
is
Metroid Dread is a great game.
It is.
It's fun, but Super Metroid is just
Do you remember when
mind blowing.
we
It
wanted
is.
we wanted to put it in S tier?
Yeah.
We wanted to,
yes.
but we couldn't
No.
because it was like, and it's not like, cause yeah, you may have played it as a kid. I played Super Metroid when I was 18 for the first time ever, and I was like, this game is mind blowing, and it's not a nostalgia thing. Some games really are just that timeless, and they're good.
That's true.
They're
That's a
good
great word.
forever.
It's a great.
They're just good, and you don't need to. To enjoy the beauty of Halo 3 and in its totality, you had to be there in 07.
You had to play,
And that's my
Halo
favorite
1.
game ever made.
You had to play Combat Evolved. You had to play Halo 2, and then you get to Halo 3, and like that eclipses
Yes.
every storyline you played up to that point when you're fucking crash landing into
Yep.
Earth. Like I don't know, it has that effect. But
Exactly.
like games just had that pull.
In my opinion, the Super Nintendo is Nintendo's best console. Because a problem we're going to see from here on out is Nintendo they lack variety. This console had everything. It has RPGs, it has fighting games, platformers,
Shooters.
action shooters,
Yeah.
shoot 'em ups.
Contra.
It's got everything.
Everything. Yeah.
And pretty much from here on out, Nintendo falters. And I'm going to lead this into the next console, which came out after the SNES, which was the N64. And people are going to hate me for this.
B tier.
He's gonna
No.
put it even lower.
No way.
It's a C-tier console.
Oof.
We gotta
Here's
fight
my-
for this, Jacob.
Here's my opinion. PlayStation's better than N64 in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I agree.
that's fair.
I'm saying
totally
saying PS1.
No, I agree.
It's
totally
so
fair.
much better.
Yeah, that's
I
totally
agree.
fair.
It has 3 legendary games, right? Mario 64,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and GoldenEye. These are the 3 games that you think N64, those immediately come to mind.
Mhm.
Here's the problem.
Smash Bros.
Smash Bros as well.
Smash Bros.
But there's another console. There's another console later that has an even better Smash Bros game.
I agree.
But here's the thing about the N64, and this is true with the PlayStation as well. Because it's the birth of 3D gaming, things are not exactly great. The camera control in Mario 64
Rough.
fucking sucks.
It's so.
Zelda, they fucked up. The text moves so slow in Zelda Ocarina.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes forever for anything to get moving. And GoldenEye, in my opinion,
Still a problem, by the way.
Yeah, still a problem.
Yeah.
GoldenEye.
Hopefully in the remake.
Just give me an option. Can I just hit A and read the rest? Please. That's all I want.
That's
Can
all
you
I care
please
about.
do that for me?
Please, Nintendo.
And N64 proved that console FPS can exist,
Yeah.
but console FPS didn't get good. It didn't get good until Halo.
Yes.
I don't.
That's
care.
just a fact.
I've-
That's
I've-
a gamer fact.
Well,
yeah.
GoldenEye was fun.
GoldenEye's fun.
Good and fun are different values, to be honest.
Nobody-
especially because it has different modes,
And
like
you have different
slappers
characters,
on there,
different-
or like
Yeah,
single
yeah,
shot and stuff
absolutely,
like that.
absolutely.
Yeah, like
You have different challenges to
yeah,
overcome
it's
and
not
stuff.
it's not
Yeah.
necessarily just a shooter. It's more about like just going against your friends if you are
Yes.
doing the co-op, and then if you do the actual
Which-
missions and stuff, which is fun. It's like, oh, it's kind of hard.
The
but you
Wii
do wanna
version
take it.
Here's the problem.
actually kept, if we can
Yeah.
be real.
I like the
we'll
Wii.
bring
The
this
Wii
up
version-
later.
yeah, we'll bring
the
it up
Wii
later.
version
It
was
goes
kind of
hard.
goated.
Yeah.
So another thing, whenever I hear people talk about GoldenEye, they always talk about the multiplayer. You want to know why they don't talk about the single player?
Because it sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah,
It
it's bad.
sucks.
This
It's bad.
GoldenEye is the game that made everybody realize escort missions are fucking
Horrible.
dreadful.
Oh my god.
Because
Just-
Natalia's AI is retarded.
Just wait till we get to the Wii.
We'll get there. So I put it, and look, there's other great games. I think Body Harvest is a really cool game. It's like a precursor to GTA. We play the fuck out of Blitz.
Yeah.
We play the shit out of Blitz. I can't put it higher than C in my opinion.
I mean, I played
because
other
real
games like
tough.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yes.
Tony Hawk
Pro
is
Skater.
fun,
Pro Skater
but
1 and 2.
Smash Bros. Smash
Mario
Bros.
Kart.
Was
I
it
played
Brawl?
Kirby
No,
Dream Land.
just it was regular
Just Smash
Smash.
Brothers. Just
That
Smash
one was
Brothers.
fucking goated.
It was
like,
great.
It was
I love
so
that one.
great to play that.
The master hand in that game was awesome. I enjoyed the tower system.
We
I
played
found
arcade and
necessary.
tower. Like we
Yeah.
played that endlessly growing
Yeah,
up. Like,
it was a lot of fun.
I
I genuinely enjoyed the Rayman games on that console specifically because I more so nostalgia based. I played it a lot with my grandma, but we had a lot of fun just like switching off playing the stuff, and then also Donkey Kong Country. Like
Interesting.
I know
Donkey
a lot
Kong
of people.
64.
Yeah, Donkey
Yep.
or yeah, sorry, not Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong 64. I know a lot of people don't like that game. I had a lot of fun playing that when I was like 6 years old, just messing around as an ape, bro. I'm fucking.
Yeah.
It was aping out before it was aping out. So I'm fucking. I had a great time, you know, but. I don't know. I think a lot of my love for the 64 is purely nostalgia based, but I do feel it disrespected in this C. with
It's
everything
hard.
that's coming out.
It's hard. It's hard because we
It's
haven't
hard.
played it in nearly a decade.
Why? No, I have mine.
But how recently we played it?
A year ago.
I mean, him and I we only play a handful of games on the 64.
I booted up Super Mario 64 about a year ago.
The last time I played the 64 was probably with you and the Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's hard for me
About
to
15 years.
Yeah, actually, it's
Yeah.
been like a decade. So
Alright.
so like it's hard for me to give this a recent dedicated rating, but C does feel disrespectful to me. Like I do feel like the N64 not only the SNES encouraged couch co-op beyond a doubt, like,
Yeah.
with all their games, but the N64 I feel like took it to the next level.
Here's another argument I have, and I said this with the SNES. For the NES and SNES, you had variety.
Okay.
I mentioned it with SNES.
Yes.
You had, and it wasn't just one fighting game.
It's
one
very,
RPG.
Okay. I do get that.
Okay.
No.
Can you do me a favor and move into frame?
Moving from my bad.
Sorry.
No, you're
We're
good.
gonna
It's gonna die.
we're gonna be like sardines in here. That's
Oh,
fine
I know.
if it's like that.
Pack it in, buddy.
That was me from like talking and doing the Donald Trump hands and walking myself out of frame.
Wait a minute.
Just so you know,
the N64 is the best
Average for multiple experts.
That's gonna be a clusterfuck in the edit. Holy shit.
That's all right because
Oh,
that's why that's
yeah,
the main
that's
one. But the best. So here's my argument. After the Super Nintendo does not get that variety
and that's fair.
until so here's another good thing to say. Squaresoft, who like Final Fantasy was a Nintendo. It was associated with Nintendo. Like everybody, Final Fantasy, Nintendo, and then Sony came out with the PlayStation. FF7 came out, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's PlayStation."
Oh, it's PlayStation.
And a lot of companies jumped
Sony,
ship
yeah.
from Nintendo
to
Sony.
Yeah.
because of several factors. Number one, it was harder to make games for the N64. It's a very proprietary system, so it's a bitch to design for. And that's why third-party companies... Third-party was the place you went to. You went to Nintendo because, yeah, you had Mario and Zelda, but you also had Konami. You had Contra. You had Squaresoft with, like, Secret of Mana and stuff like that. N64 comes out, there's no fucking games. This console died within a year.
But consider how you can jerk off the controller.
Speaking of controllers,
you thought about
everybody makes fun of this fucking controller.
What's crazy is it's one of the most iconic controllers of all time.
Actually,
you're right.
It
is.
Everybody
knows.
hates it, but everybody also loves it.
I have coworkers who are like 50, 60 plus who do not know what I'm talking about. But then when I say, "Do you remember the controller with a wiener in it?" They know what they know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
They know that I'm talking about the three-pronged
fucking ballistic.
the assaulter.
And
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie, that's what I'm
Like-
not even joking, that's what I started gaming on, because it's the first console I ever really played on besides like your Xbox at your house, which was very rare, but I was over at my grandma's house,
And
with
we had that.
anybody's,
Yep.
and then it was like,
And we
it
had
was
Wii.
just the 64, and that's like what my hands got used to, so nowadays I'm fucked when it comes to controller games. I have no sense of controller things, so keyboard and mouse, I'll take it from there.
I will say one more thing about this console.
Yeah.
It has the best wrestling games of all time. Like I love wrestling. I love pro wrestling. WrestleMania 2000 and WWF No Mercy are some of the greatest fucking wrestling games ever made.
Chairs out, yeah.
But even then, I still can't justify moving it. I can't even put it in B, in my opinion. Because you're right, the controller is iconic. It's iconic because it sucks. Everybody, the joke back then was, how the hell do you hold this?
Yeah.
What's the joke now? How do you hold this? It sucks.
Still sucks.
It's bad.
You know what? I'm gonna take. I love the console, and I'm gonna love it forever. It will be in like an A in my heart forever. But I'll take my nostalgia base out of it, and I will accept the C.
No, I can't. Honestly, I really am having trouble accepting C on this.
You want to? I will take a B.
I feel like it
but,
belongs in B.
At
Just
least
you guys wanna
because
put it
of
in B?
how...
I'll take it with the NES.
Yeah, honestly.
I'll take it with the NES, but it does hurt a little to take it.
I'm just
I know I
happy-
said it, but
Even
it's
if
just like,
nothing
I'm just
else, it
coping.
progressed
Coping.
Nintendo's style. Like,
Yeah.
its formula, its... I don't know, its platforming capabilities. The N64 progressed that. And so I feel like putting it beneath the 2D capabilities is a little tough for me to accept.
Okay. So
I actually
guess,
like that. I love that argument. I'm gonna double that. I'm gonna secondly put it in.
I guess I lost that. So it's gonna go from C to B.
Sorry, buddy.
That's hey, everybody. Everybody's gonna know where I want everything to go because
I
I'm
know.
the first one to put it.
Also, this is your channel, so.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere, buddy.
How does this happen every single time?
Pinky's up for tea time. Pinky's up for tea time.
Hang on.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
Maybe that helped out.
Nice. Moving on.
Okay, we're gonna go to GameCube next.
Oh, buddy.
There might be blood. There might be blood for this one.
What do you mean?
GameCube is an A-tier console.
Ooh, you put it in A. I'm surprised
tier
you put it in
console. Okay,
A.
let's hear it.
Because here's the thing. The sad thing is, all the complaints I have with the N64, minus a couple, go right to the GameCube. There are some revolutionary games on the GameCube, Resident Evil 4, for an example.
Yeah.
But this console fucking died in a year. When I was growing up, I had the GameCube, Xbox, and PlayStation 2. I played the GameCube the least amount.
Oh.
Do you know why?
Oh,
Not as many games.
oh, that hurts.
Where's the RPGs?
What I will say is, you were probably playing them on different consoles, because I had my GameCube hooked up in my room, and I was
I remember
playing
this. I remember this.
DS, I was playing Game Boy Advance games, and I was playing Game Boy games, GameCube games. I was playing all those on the GameCube, and that was part of it. That was part of the reason for its success. And so, That hurts.
It
That hurts so bad to
It
see you
didn't
put
succeed.
in A. I don't see.
It died in like less than 2 years.
I mean, I don't agree. I mean, they had an entire trilogy of games come out for Metroid on it. Aside from
they didn't.
1 and 2, they had a song.
How does one of
They have now a trilogy.
How do you like Metroid Prime 2, Jacob? Is that your favorite one?
Metroid Prime Echoes could have some work done. on the overall story. What I'm saying
What did we rank that? Oh, I think we put it in D for
what
Metroid
I'm
tier list.
saying is the GameCube has a lot of different options for it. Whether you're looking for platformer, whether you're looking for action, like Beautiful Joe. If you're looking for 2D action platformer, Beautiful Joe's there. If you're looking for Need for Speed with racing, if you're looking for
Best version on the
platforming
PlayStation
in
2,
terms of
superhero.
in terms of Sunshine, Mario Sunshine,
Have you
Super Mario
get the
Sunshine was
did
cracked.
Spider-Man.
And if we're gonna talk about remakes, I love Metal Gear. I'm a Metal Gear stan. I will sit here and die on Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes, not the Twin Steaks. We're gonna grill up some steaks.
We gotta get some snake steaks in here.
So goated when I was a kid. I don't know. I haven't played it in like a decade.
Okay.
But
You made some good points there.
We played it for at least 10 years.
it was
You
so
have
fun.
You have some good arguments there, because when it comes to remakes, you and I have, we're slightly different tastes.
Luigi's true.
The Resident Evil remake on GameCube is the greatest remake ever.
Go.
It's the greatest.
There's Twin Snakes.
Twin Snakes. Go. Here's my honestly, I prefer the original, only because of the music.
Have you seen Snake backflipping over a tank shell?
Yeah, he did that in the original too.
And you don't think it was epic?
I thought it was cool. I wish they had better music for the Twin Snakes.
Fair enough.
That's like the one part I'm like, it's so good. It would have been better than the original if they had the proper music for it. But yeah, you made a lot of good points there. There's a lot of good, and I still think there's a lot of great games on the GameCube.
What about like the save cards? Like you can plug in like, your
the memory
DS
cards.
and GBA game like memory cards.
Because
play whatever
there
you
was
wanted.
there was the add-on, there was
Oh,
the
yeah.
GBA player that you could play.
Yeah.
Couldn't play DS games because that came out after, but you could play every Game Boy game.
GBA was on.
All of them.
Yes.
You could play every generation. GBA, Game Boy Color, original Game Boy. You could play all that on the GameCube, and that is good. I do think that's a great quality.
Yes,
Here's
sir.
my problem. Where's the variety?
Where's the variety?
It's in all the other.
It's in all the games. You can pick up for the GBA or the fucking
There's 3
GameCube.
fighting games on this system.
Okay.
There's Melee, there's Soul Calibur 2, and there's CVS 2.
Sounds like there's
How many RPGs are on this system?
differentials. You have at least 3.
Okay. There was like 20
Like
on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, like Soul Calibur, I think you had.
Soul Calibur is a
That's
fighting game.
fighting game.
But I can figure shit out. We all good.
Hang on, I actually didn't have any RPGs.
I know you
I'm trying to think
did.
of it.
Nobody did. There's like a handful. There's Baten Kaidos. There's Phantasy Star Online, which was, by the way, already popular on Sega Dreamcast and original Xbox
And PC.
and PC.
Yeah.
There was also Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, but it wasn't a normal Final Fantasy. It was kind of like, you guys remember Gauntlet?
But I also don't think the system was made for RPGs, to be honest. It just really wasn't.
So
It was made for like every other.
And I appreciate
genre,
like
but-
looking at like a console
And
for the
I-
variety, but I also like looking at what it's made for. And I think specifically at this time, it really did come out to give a look into what Nintendo can bring you with their variety of games. And although that may not be your variety of games, they're gonna bring in what they can in terms of like all the Mario, different racing games, fighting, a couple fighting games, like different things like that. Like it's just kind of like, and like all the handheld stuff. Like
As much as it hurts to put it in, I actually kind of can respect it because like
I
feel
can
like
respect
it's not,
that.
It's not for everybody.
it's not.
It is though for everybody. Like it's both. Like it is not for everybody.
It's
but
for
it's
every.
everybody.
I'll say it's for
at the
every.
same time.
It's for every Nintendo fan.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. It's really for everybody who loves the Nintendo like progeny, like what it came from.
I think you can find an example of everything you can want out of Nintendo on the GameCube. You can find examples of just single-player experiences, like things like there's a Marvel Spider-Man game.
Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man.
Like that is
you
a perfect
play that game
experience.
we played that for years.
I played
the same thing
you
over and over
again.
Like
you can play Super Mario Sunshine for fucking decades and just have fun with it.
Going back on it nowadays is hard, but yes.
I'll be honest, I went back to that game a few years ago and I couldn't stand it.
Oh, I mean, I haven't played it in a while, but fair enough. But
nostalgia based, yes, it's great.
All I have to say is I respect the console.
I think A is a great spot.
I think it's a great spot for it because it's still the N64. While I think it is a C tier, I understand why people. I mean, it's not a top 5 console in my head, but I can understand why people would put it in the upper echelon of stuff, the upper half, right? And the GameCube, I'm like, it should be upper half. I can't give it that though
because it could have done.
It could have done so much more.
No, I agree. I think
that's
developers have lacked on it.
Well,
is what the real issue.
They lacked on it because Nintendo lacked on it.
Yes, Nintendo didn't capitalize on what could have been this, right? And then they instead
PS2 came out. Xbox.
They focused on the PSP with Sony, and Nintendo focused on the DS, which we'll get into soon.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame that they didn't spend more time focusing on the home console that could have been.
And he brought up Luigi's Mansion earlier.
Yeah,
I love Luigi.
So
good. There's a lot of games on the GameCube that
are incredible.
Soul Calibur 2. I fucking love Soul Calibur 2.
The Twin Snakes.
Twin Snakes is great. So Resident Evil 1 remake.
Melee.
Amazing. Melee. Fucking RE4.
You have Need for Speed.
Eternal Darkness.
Pursuit. You have
there's
so many
games. There's a lot of games, but I look at PS2.
Metroid Echoes. Metroid Prime Echoes and Metroid Prime 1 is only available on that. Like, I mean, they've remastered it, but the original copies are only available on the GameCube.
Yeah.
So it's like, the GameCube has a very special place in my heart.
Yeah.
It's hard. It hurts.
I think it's like it's a perfect. If you love Nintendo, the GameCube is like the perfect thing to get.
And that's why I don't love Nintendo.
Yeah, which is fair.
But I still put that shit in.
That's why you bring in two people who are like semi-indifferent, also kind of love Nintendo, and so we can have this conversation. Mm-hmm. So that way we can have this. I think an A tier actually. You think you put it perfectly.
If we did this my way and we did Xbox and PlayStation, I would. In my opinion, I'm putting Xbox over GameCube. I know that's a fucking. I mean, that's a volatile take. But I mean, PS2, dude. Like, it's about what you like, right?
Yeah.
I love survival horror. I love fighting games and RPGs.
Yeah.
The GameCube has some, but dude, I'm looking. I have PS2 games right there. I'm already seeing 40 fucking RPGs. So that's where it's like, okay. I respect the GameCube. It did a lot. It has a lot of great games, but I don't think it puts it into the S tier because Super Nintendo, it had the variety. It was like Nintendo had their game, right? For every Eternal Darkness is and Luigi's Mansion there's the survival horror games from the GameCube from Nintendo. Fire Emblem, that's their RPG for the system. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, Metroid and Mario, they had all that. Zelda. By the way, Twilight Princess is the best Zelda ever made. I've only ever played a few Zeldas.
I could fight you on that.
I love Twilight Princess.
That would be. So you guys did a Metroid tier list. I think you and I could do a
Zelda tier list.
But I could fight you on that. But yeah. Twilight Princess, but
is my favorite Zelda.
Yeah,
and it was the one Zelda game that made me like, I get it now. I get why people like this series.
Yeah, fair.
That's why
completely fair.
I put it there. But it doesn't have the rest.
Yeah.
That's why I put it A.
I like it. I like that placement. I think it's a fair placement. And after your conversation, I think this is a good spot to have it. I'd love our conversation after the SNES to now place this here. that's why we do this tier list in order, like so that way we can kind of figure out how we want to place things with the big stuff. So
Yeah.
it feels good to keep it in there,
I think
honestly.
things like the SNES were like, we're still evolving on gaming.
Yep.
I think things like the GameCube were like, we're gonna relax and
we're gonna
we're gonna
we're
make
gonna focus on
stuff.
We're gonna
focus
take a
on
step
what we
back.
can do. Yeah,
I think they
Let's
were
focus.
evolving still
let's
when
focus.
they went for SNES, and I think
So
GameCube.
I think it's a perfect focus
Yeah.
on Nintendo,
Yeah.
and that's why it should stay in A and shouldn't go above, because if it was above, then they would be reaching for more. So,
Yeah,
I
they'd
agree.
be not only perfecting but also going beyond.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is how do you do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, I think we should go a little back, just in history. We're gonna go to the Game Boy,
Okay.
the original Game Boy.
Bring
So
it back.
this is basically the
Tetris.
NES in your pockets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it right there.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about it.
Okay.
Great handheld console. Nothing else to say.
My same arguments from the NES just translate right to
a
the
lot
GameCube.
of yeah.
It's a little outdated.
It's cool, like the progress, right? Like you had a whole console versus now this can fit in your hand, and
Yeah.
like it's the same power, but
It doesn't
beyond that, it is the same thing.
Yeah.
It truly
It's
is.
same thing but smaller. Maybe put it above it in B.
Like in front of it, you mean?
I don't have.
I'm
like,
just kidding.
I don't have a ton of heart. I don't have.
I kind of
I'm
feel
fine
like
with it where it's at.
I'm
'Cause
just
it's not. It's not
so
even.
that's how I look at like the rankings, is like you rank it in like the highest terms of that tier.
I mean, it's kind of like the Steam Deck versus like a PC of the equivalent. Like the Steam Deck doesn't hold up.
you
but
may not be. able
It's
to
a
see it, so
handheld
that's okay.
version trying to do that.
It's not even in color, in case. 'Cause I'll
Like
do this.
what I'm trying to
Okay.
say is like I think I kind of get where you're coming from though with that, but I don't agree. I think different versions have mastered that, but I don't think the GB was there.
I can move it down to C.
I think the GB was a handheld equivalent, bringing that portable, but it was not.
It's
Quite
nothing
equivalent.
revolutionary.
Let's move it
They
down.
sold it as an
So we're
equivalent,
moving
but
it down.
wasn't.
I think we could move it down.
Let's
I
move it
think it
down.
could be
Let's
a
move it
C.
down. Yeah, that's
and
fine.
it's honestly, it is an acceptable. Like I'm gonna have fun with this.
Well, yeah, it's it's a
whatever
good
I
system.
Buy, I'm gonna have fun, but it's not on the same tier as any of those.
Well, there's nothing new. So,
No.
Yeah.
So like my thing is too, especially is like, it's the quote unquote equivalent to the NES, but it didn't have color. The screen was shit. It was bulky.
The audio sucked.
The audio was really bad.
Like everything on that was just not an equivalent.
I agree. So what a tier below,
Yeah.
because you know what? Metroid 2 is on the Game Boy, and that's a good game.
But it's not on the equivalency of Super Metroid.
Absolutely.
No,
not.
absolutely
No,
not even
absolutely
close.
not.
Not even
Like,
close.
don't want to play it compared to Super Metroid,
My-
which I actively want to play.
I don't want to look at
No.
that black 8-bit shit.
No,
For sure.
There's good games on it, but I am fine with it going below an NES because you know what? It just, in general, I want to play games on the TV. I don't want to play them on a small screen.
Handhelds are for a specific reason that we'll get into later. So,
Yeah.
Right, next.
Game Boy Color.
Game Boy
That
Color.
one right there.
Not
There,
GBA.
yeah. I'll do this.
I'll put it in C.
Jackson, you get the.
I'll put it in C over the original
over the original.
because it's in color. Same games.
It's kind of the same.
Kind of the same
Same
games.
reasons.
Yeah, I give it the same
I
reasons.
think that's fair.
Because I mean I don't really have a whole lot to say about the Game Boy Color if I'm being
I mean,
honest.
the only
it's okay.
thing I think about with the Game Boy Color is like Pokemon and like all the different like Leaf Green, Fire Red, and whatever the water one. I don't know. I didn't play. Didn't care about those ones. Leaf Green and Fire Red were goated. So
I didn't.
whatever.
Either, so.
But like those two are like
Those aren't even on
those.
GB Color.
Those aren't.
No, those are GBA.
Oh my god.
Holy.
Cut that out. It's all GBA.
I put above Game Boy because it has color.
It does have the color. Yeah.
So I think that's fine. Now
That's fine.
Game Boy Advance.
GBA, honestly,
Yeah.
I think belongs in a B. I think it's
No, down low.
as
Second row.
right. That
Right,
purple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
just
one.
couldn't-
I will put
I-
GBA. No shit. I'll stick it in B.
Yeah.
I think it belongs there. I think it is as comparable as the SNES, but in handheld, and it really pushed the handheld gaming. I think it honestly made. I think it made handheld gaming real, in a sense.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And this really shows our age, but at the same time, it is like the time when games became a little bit more realistic when it comes to handheld, and you're like having the ability to enjoy what you're seeing on a screen that small
Yes.
compared to what you're seeing on like a GBA Color or GBA, like GBA. So like,
And
or
like
GB. So
Stuff of the quality of Super Metroid was coming out on the GBA.
Dude,
Yeah.
Metroid Zero Mission is the best Metroid game. My favorite Super, but Zero Mission is the best game.
And
Now, another thing too, the only reason I can't put GBA any higher than B, it has that fuzzy sound.
yeah.
Like, games don't sound great
Yeah.
on the GBA.
I mean, you just suffer with particles.
Yes.
You suffer in
that's-
various effects.
So if you look
And
at
that's-
the picture there, hold on, that's your sound port.
Yeah.
Literally,
right there. That is your sound port. Like it is.
But even with headphones,
Yeah.
the GBA just
It's so
doesn't
bad.
it doesn't sound great.
But
There's a lot of great look. Golden Sun is like one of the premier RPGs on this system.
Great. Fantastic.
Obviously the two Metroid games on here are incredible.
Yes.
And there's other
Fusion.
Zero Mission. There's also there's the Sonic Advance games are fucking
actually
good.
really good.
They're
so good.
fucking good.
No, I love the Sonic games.
There's another series on here that did so well on the GBA, and it's Castlevania.
Yes.
Castlevania was incredible on the GBA. Circle of the Moon, Aria of Sorrow, Harmony of Dissonance. All those games are incredible. They're amazing. Like Metroidvanias, if you haven't played them, please do, because they're great. You can get them on
Great
Steam.
games.
You don't even.
They're so good.
Here's my best argument. The best games you can play on GBA, you don't have to play on GBA anymore. You can just play them on C.
Yep. And
Yes.
and they're still as good as they were back in the day, which
Yes.
is incredible that
They're
they're
timeless.
as good as that they are
Truly.
timeless games. They truly are.
play them.
So it's good to have that at a B, I think. Yeah.
It's that if the sound didn't suck so hard,
Yeah,
I would
be higher.
I
It
would be
an
willing
A.
to put an S tier
Yeah.
because some
Same
of those
with
games are
graphics.
S tier is
I mean,
crazy. I love that you
GBA
say that, but like,
I mean, it is a
It's a
better
super-
graphics than the Game Boy or the Game like Game Boy Super, but it's still not there. It's not there at the output of whatever you can put it into.
It's not-
and it's like you have to accept that. You have to accept that the sound's going to be whatever that is. Like you're cucked by the system.
You're compromising when you
So
play handhelds in general.
yes,
So
all the time,
that's
literally.
and like maybe a few examples do skirt that, but like
Well,
for the
we'll
most
see
part,
later.
for the most part, I would definitely
it's
agree
like, yeah.
that we need. So yeah, I think B is a perfect spot. Everybody-
Perfect. Yeah.
B perfect. Okay,
Perfect.
we'll go to the DS.
You said A?
A tier console.
Okay.
Here's why.
You scared the
Here's
shit
why.
out of me for a
Here's
second.
why.
Yeah.
I love the
Oh
I love
my
the
God.
NDS. By the way, again,
So-
Castlevania. Some of the best Castlevania games on the Nintendo DS.
There's a yes. Yes.
Some of the best ones.
Those are the first Castlevania games I
Exactly. Ports of Ruin, Dawn of Sorrow. They're great. There's also this is quite literally a Super Nintendo in your pocket because it has the RPGs. It has the variety. It has everything you could ever want. I remember playing. Do you remember this? I had Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and on the bus. On the way to school, I would have Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and other kids would have their DS and be like, "Hey,
link
come on,
up.
let's
Link
play some MK3."
Oh,
Yes.
And
you
that
guys
was it.
Linked up.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yes,
Oh my god, yeah, GTA, yeah.
I had GTA.
But
I
then,
had- I had the premiere experience for the
That
Nintendo
shit was
DS.
cool.
My dad bought me all these fucking games, and he was goated because he would be like my dad's a lot like me. We're not big Nintendo fans, but I'll tell you right now, I'm fucking getting Mortal Kombat for the DS.
Oh yeah.
I'm fucking getting GTA for the DS.
Yeah.
The only reason I won't put it in S tier is because it's portable.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play games on TV.
That's
Dude,
totally fair.
That's
I think that's completely
kind of
fair.
hate on you for that.
You can hate on me all you want.
I kind of hate on you for that because that was not a concern when I was at a swim meet. That was not a concern.
Actually, that's
when
kind of
I
fair.
was at a fucking like any kind
I
of.
took it anywhere. I took it on road
literally,
trips. I
like
took it on shit.
anywhere.
I took it.
and
every
my
time.
I might
sisters
fight
had
for the
it.
S. I might fight for the S.
Like to me, it was always like I always had somebody to play it with, and so to me. This kind of sucks as a rating because I always had somebody to play with.
Me and my sister always had one, so that way we could play games together. And
when I was at like swim meets and stuff, like Devin would play with me, like people in my age group,
8 people get in.
Like literally, like we would all play like Mario Kart or whatever. Like we were playing everything together all the time, and so like. I had the Nintendo DS and I played it because everybody around me had it and played it, and I was never.
It was a phenomenon.
I never pulled it out and was playing alone. Like
the
99%
PSP,
of the time.
the PSP walked so
here,
the DS could run.
The DS came out. The DS came out before
I know, but still.
Here, the PS
sucked.
I don't hate putting it in an S tier. I don't hate that. My argument is, I want to play games on TV. We're just at a difference here. So I don't hate if it goes into S tier. If you guys want to move it up to S tier, go for it. Me personally, I would only move it down to A because, GTA Chinatown Wars is awesome. MK3 is awesome. But those are portable games. Castlevania, Portrait of Ruin, great game.
So many originals.
But Symphony of the Night is so much better because I can play it on TV.
So many originals.
I honestly 100% get it, but I also
so many originals.
Like I said, hey, let's move it up. NDS in being an S tier, I love it. I'm fine with it. I respect it.
The Wii's in S tier?
No.
The Wii's in S tier. The Wii's
close.
in S tier.
The Wii
I will present
is in C.
an argument.
Whoa! Whoa! Here's why. And by the way, I had all three growing up. I had the Wii,
murdered.
the PS3, and the 360.
I've been fucking murdered. Me too.
Normally when I make videos, I like to keep most of it intact just for the sake of simplicity. But this is a whole section I'm going to have to cut out because at this point in the video, all three of us were extremely drunk. This whole section of us was basically 30 minutes of three fucking retards not staying focused on the topic. So I have to cut out pretty much the entire thing. The reason why I wanted the Wii in C tier is for a couple of reasons. Number one, I don't want to use motion controls. Some games, like Metroid Prime 3, it really does showcase how cool motion controls can be. But for every awesome game like Metroid Prime 3, there's 10 other games where it is extremely frustrating to use the motion controls. It really did depend on how well the developers understood how to make games for the Wii. I also thought that the game selection overall on the Wii, it's not really interesting to me. Another thing too, at this point in gaming, online is becoming a standard. At this point, online gaming had become mainstream, and the Wii did not do well. But the Wii online was just dog shit. I think I only played a handful of games online for the Wii. I would play it once and I would never touch it again because the online was so awful. And that's during the era where online gaming in general, there's some caveats. Like, there was a lot of games like Halo 3 and Gears of War. They had some shoddy netcode, but they were still good experiences. The Wii online was just bad. It's very odd how they completely missed the mark on how important online gaming was at that point. I mean, now it's, even nowadays, Nintendo Online sucks compared to all the other services. Another thing as well with the Wii that I don't really care for, it seemed like this console was trying to just get the casual audience into it. Since they really did try to capture that audience, it seemed like hardcore gamers were just left in the dust. One of the biggest points that my friends had was, it was cool that they got to play the games with their grandma or with their siblings. And yeah, that is cool. First of all, I don't have siblings. and my grandma never played this with me. So like stuff like that, it just doesn't work in my case because we had completely different experiences. You know, if I wanted to play games with my dad, we would play the 360. We weren't touching the Wii at all. But with all that being said, I'm still going to maintain the rating that these guys had because it was 2-1. They wanted to put it in S tier. I was not going to let that happen. So Wii ends up being in A tier. Now on to the rest of the video, and, well, you'll definitely see how drunk we were still. So put the Wii U in D, please. Here's why.
Moving
Here's
on.
my only argument. It's going to be a 60-second argument. Nobody had a Wii U when I was growing up.
I knew one person, and the only person that had it hated it.
Here's what I'll say about the Wii U. The Wii U tried. The Wii U tried to implement on things that were not done before.
It was Switch before the Switch could happen.
Yes, it was
Yes,
the Switch.
it
It was the
was, and
Switch
it was.
prototype.
It was like, how do we change the idea between like the DS and
Switch
like
prototype.
actual like TV screen?
And
Like,
they,
how do we
they really
make
tried
this-
the
Yes.
handheld to TV, which
Yes.
is what
Yes.
Jackson has been arguing
Exactly.
for this entire time.
Like that
And-
was the game that really confronted that problem.
Yeah,
and
but
like
it
started.
sucked.
Yeah.
But it didn't-
everything that came
Yeah.
to it was bad.
Yes.
Every game that came to it was bad. Every
Zombie U
update
and,
was
like,
just
Zombie
atrocious.
U
and,
The
like, all
controls were bad. Like, there's nothing to talk about with the Wii U except for it was bad.
It's bad.
It was one of
So-
those things that challenged a problem but did not actually confront it.
They, you know, everybody knows the story, right?
Yeah.
Like the CEO took a pay cut
Yes,
to keep his
literally.
employees. That's how bad the Wii U was.
Yeah.
The CEO had to take a pay cut.
Yep.
Okay, it's in D. It sucks. I know. I'm
Bad,
gonna
bad.
get flamed so hard.
Bad,
Okay, what's next?
I'm getting flamed so hard for this. The Switch is a C tier
Is
console.
this one? Is it?
Ooh,
C?
fuck.
It's a C tier console. Here's why.
Okay,
Before everybody starts
go ahead,
yelling
go
at
ahead,
me
go ahead,
and gets
go ahead.
mad.
Let me
Give
hear
your
you.
argument, and then we'll go 1 to 1 to 1.
I bought my Switch solely to play Metroid Dread.
Okay.
I did not. Here, another thing too. I played the Switch prior to that. The reason why I got it, I'll be honest. The reason why I care about it being there is because I really only care about Metroid. I don't care about Zelda. I don't care about Mario. I don't care about Breath of the Wild or whatever. I don't care. Every time I go over to somebody's house and everybody says, "You guys want to play some Switch?" Everybody's like, "Yeah, sounds good." Well, their Switch isn't charged.
And their controllers don't work.
Their
Don't
controllers aren't
fucking
charged.
call me out like that.
No, it's not just you. It's not just you, because it's me. It's all of our friends. Everybody's like, the Switch, it's a good idea. I'm not a fan of portable gaming, hence the reason why most handheld consoles are lower tier, because I just prefer to play games on the TV. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
But that's a unique idea. It's an idea I respect. The same games that you play on this fucking monitor or on this fucking TV, you can play in your hands. And that was like the biggest thing for handheld gaming was you can't do that.
Okay,
Switch disproved that.
Are you putting it as the same? Like, is Switch 1 and 2 interchangeable, or are they different?
I would put Switch 2 in D.
Okay, like what I'm saying is, are there like is that the Switch 2?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay.
Yes.
The Switch 1, I think, is one of those consoles that genuinely tried to capture on the multiplayer friendly approach.
It did.
And they, I think, honestly did. I don't think that they did a price gouging or anything like that.
No.
Like, I think the Switch 1 is one of those things where it's like very comparable to all of these other ones. And it's like, it's very competitive. And they did one of those things where it's like, you can sit there and you can like have your Legend of Zelda experience handheld and be perfectly like.
And we both respect that you don't enjoy that specific game. But
Yeah.
like, there are a lot of people who do love that game. So
Yeah.
You can do that handheld on the bus or whatever. Or you can just like fucking sit your Switch into the dock and
play some
have that shit
Mario
run.
Party or play it on
And-
the TV.
And I think that's a a good aspect, because could you like imagine PlayStation Portal, but it wasn't. You didn't have to stream the games from your PlayStation.
that would be
Like that's that's what makes the Switch unique in a way, because it's like, you know what? No, you can play Doom 2016 on your TV, and you can still play it here. It's the same game. Frame rate may not be the same, but that doesn't matter. You get the same game, and that's here. I respect it. I don't play it that way. I've played my Switch in handheld mode for maybe all of 1 hour in total.
That's crazy.
Because I just
like to him and I, that's crazy. I know you and I have played that handheld.
I just
so much,
like, different perspective.
We have with the Wii.
Yeah,
all three of us have, well, especially me compared to you two, we have extremely different perspectives on how we want to play games and everything like that.
Yeah, which is what I love that about us as gamers, is that we all have different perspectives on how we want to overcome a specific object.
Yeah.
And like every single time, like that gives me a new idea on how you would do it, how you would do it, how I would do it.
Exactly.
It gives me so many different opportunities. So I love that.
Like, I don't know. I'm the youngest of three.
All of us.
You know what I mean? Like, I just have older siblings, so like they would take control of that.
Yeah.
And I had certain times where I could designate, I need this and I have control of it, but you know what I mean? Like that TV screen was limited.
Yeah.
Especially as the youngest. So it's like it's just different to have that kind of like control limiting, and like I don't know, like I think this system was particularly good at allowing me and my siblings
Proactive
fun, and like they didn't feel like they had to kick me off to have fun on the system.
They did
was
it
really
with you.
fun.
Yeah.
Like I could continue to build or
Yeah.
create or whatever, and they were fine watching. Like my sisters were fine watching me, like continue to create like different expansive projects and stuff like that in those games, as long as I was doing something more than just progressing the story.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because
like, what do you guys want to do next? Like,
Right.
you give that
And
question
I
every
include
time you
them-
stop something, and you're like, yeah, let's make it fun.
I think like stuff like that is very. I mean, it's not. You can't do that with Halo. You can't do that.
No,
No.
you can't.
It's not the same as like trying to include your family members in Halo as it is trying to include them in like SimCity Detective version.
Yeah.
It's just different.
And
so-
that's where we go to the Nintendo argument about how much they love being a family company,
yes.
where they want everybody who is going to buy the console to
Yes.
be integrated into the game that
Into
they're playing
one-
consistently.
One system.
And I think
one
the Switch does
player,
that really well.
Yes.
Here's my argument.
Yeah.
The Switch is not considered to be this friend, even though it is. Like, and everybody.
Yeah, go ahead.
But if you look at all the commercials for the Switch when it was coming out, it was all adults
Yeah.
bought the system.
Yeah.
Because-
like Squid Kid, they were
Well,
trying
that's
to
fair.
make
Yeah.
them be
Yeah.
like adult.
Because they learned their lessons from the Wii and the Wii U, and even before that, because there was you guys have probably heard this argument before, but people are like, oh, I have a PC, but I play Nintendo but I buy Nintendo consoles to play Nintendo system. Sorry, I buy Nintendo systems to play Nintendo games.
Yeah, exactly.
I bought a PC for everything. But now here's the problem. When that happens, you lose a lot of your audience. Because people are like, no, who doesn't want to play Call of Duty on a Nintendo console?
Exactly.
No, it doesn't matter. Like, that's...
Nobody wants to.
Nobody
wants to.
Nobody
Nobody's
would
sitting there, like,
choose to do that.
competing on the Wii.
No,
Nobody's
would choose
competing.
to
But
Yeah.
my point is like, this was the first time in a long time that Nintendo was like, no, we need to not... even though they are family friendly...
We need to try to be a little bit more competitive.
We need to make sure that we can just get anybody. Because if you say to somebody like me...
I will say they did a pretty decent job.
They did it with the Switch.
Yeah.
But with the Wii, I'm like, yeah, this is a fucking kid system.
No, that's fair.
That, like, I don't want to play...
okay.
If
Overall.
you
Wii
play,
is a kid system.
If you actually play it,
I still
like,
play the
Star
Wii.
Game
I still
rank
play the
and
Wii, but
stuff.
I'm
yes.
talking
No,
about
you're good,
from
you're
a
good.
marketing perspective.
You're good. Yes.
Because
It
the
was
whole-
it was so generalized.
Yes.
Yeah.
To the whole world.
And like
the Switch is more.
I know I keep bringing up systems, and Zach's getting mad at me every second.
Well,
but here's the thing. My reasoning for this is.
Well, the PlayStation 5 is so much more powerful
No.
than the Wii.
That doesn't matter to me. It's the 360 was marketed to adults, and because here's the thing, when adults, the kids want to play that shit too.
Yeah.
Because this shit's cool. We want to play this.
It's
the Switch was the first console in a long time where Nintendo shook that we're super squeaky clean and family friendly and da. They scratched that off and they're like, no, you can be an adult and play and enjoy Nintendo. If I call my dad right now and say, Dad, what were your thoughts on Nintendo 20 years ago? He'd be like, that's kid shit.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
But
that's
maybe now he would be like, and you know what? I already know the answer to this. He is willing to try Nintendo systems.
Yeah.
Because he played it with me.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, I put it there at C because this is my personal experience. I bought this system for one game. So my perspective is skewed to everybody else's.
I'm going to say this right.
I don't care about Smash. I don't care about Mario Kart. I cared about Metroid Dread. But even one game, I look at it and I'm like, it's a great game. I still can't say the console is anything up to the C because I don't want to buy it for other games. That's my argument.
No, that's totally fair.
If you want to move it up, please move it up. I lost the argument.
I would have to say at least it has to be a high C. If you're gonna put it in C, it has to be a high C for sure. If we're not going higher than that, that's crazy.
We can move it up. We can move it to high C.
Yeah,
just for shits and gigs.
But like right now, I think this console, like this got me and my friends back into gaming couch version wise, like couch co-op. This is the console that actually got us back into it, and it's the only thing that I have seen in the past 15 years that has actually done that for me and my friends. Like besides like actually coming over to your place and you emulate stuff.
I am the exception.
Yeah.
So leave me out of it.
Because you emulate stuff, and that's completely different. But when it comes to like commercial and people actually have this, having people over to play a Switch game is like one of the best things that you can do, because there are so many different Switch games when it comes to Mario Party, Mario Kart, Mario. There was one more I was thinking of, but I don't remember.
Mario Tennis.
Tennis, yes, that was the one I was thinking of.
Mario.
And then there's like.
Okay. Actually.
Well, Sluggers?
Strikers,
Yeah, the Sluggers on there? Well, Strikers is on there now, but like that, and then like all the other stuff. You can download games like Quiplash. You can get other stuff off of Steam through the Nintendo store because of stuff like that. They allow small stuff like party games.
Yeah.
I think that's really incredible because that like they enjoy the idea of bringing people back together to play games. And I don't necessarily want to push it higher. I don't necessarily think it needs to be anywhere near it is, because I enjoyed my personal experience when I played it consistently. And that was about the first year and a half that I had. Exactly going back to your conversation earlier about other consoles that die out in like a year. The Switch in its first year and a half didn't have a lot. It was like Smash, Mario Kart, and like a couple other games like Cuphead.
Was Odyssey out at that point?
Which one?
Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey was out at that point. It came out with it. That was a good game. Love Super Mario Odyssey. It's incredible. But like at that point,
it actually keeps building on the established like okay. What I will say is like, because we have the Switch in C, and that's a Switch game, and like that's tough to hear because like they build upon all the previously established foundations that you have in a Nintendo game, and they build upon all of those, and they continue to make it. I don't know, like a better experience. They continue to deliver upon the delights.
Well, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you look upon a Nintendo tier list. You want to think about what Nintendo has done for what they are known for doing. If they're going to continue to appreciate what they have done, and they build upon that, then I am very happy about that. And so I want to put it just a little bit higher. I would put it in a B, but I'm not gonna fight too hard for it. High C is fine.
Like I said,
I think it
whole-
belongs. I think it belongs there. It
You
at
want it
least
between
above
N64 and
GBA.
GBA?
I think it belongs at least above GBA.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm
take
fine
that.
with. I mean, like,
Because I think GBA is one of those things where
That was the
they-
calmest conversation.
I'm the
we've had
I'm
all
the
night.
first I'm the first ranking for everything. So
No, I know.
I'm the one that's like, yeah,
you have
that's
to
how it's gonna
defend.
be.
You have to defend, which is
And
hard.
everybody gets
Yeah.
mad at
Yeah,
me,
it's
which is
hard.
okay.
Well, no, we're not even. I don't want you to feel
it's
like you're
okay.
I know.
Go piss. Perfect time. Because I have to piss too. Go piss, bitch.
All right.
Actually assaulting your employee.
Is there anything in that box anymore?
Yeah, there's consoles. There's guys.
Is there anything? Jacob.
There's guys.
Nothing
There's guys in there.
Why would you hand it to
This
me?
is the most retarded fucking thing I've ever done in my life, dude. What the fuck is going on, dude? What's going on with you two? Alright, let's talk about the Switch 2 and the 3DS.
Welcome back.
Because we're fucked up. Alright, hey, 3DS.
Cut that out. Welcome back.
Oh, it's not getting cut out, dude. That's too good. Flip me off in editing, that's fine. Hey,
Welcome back.
3DS. I'll put it in fucking C. That's fine.
I genuinely don't.
It's fine. I played maybe 5 games on this system. It's good.
Keep it there.
Yeah, it's fine.
I played one.
none.
That's it. There we go. Okay.
Leave it there.
Okay, Switch 2. Okay, Switch 2.
Switch
It's
is
above.
probably an S tier.
It's above Wii U and D tier. That's where it's going, in my opinion. It's going there because it's still new, and just getting new consoles. It's always like,
What am I gonna do?
yeah, like we don't know the future of it
Yeah, we
yet.
have no idea with it.
I don't-
think at that point we maybe. I mean, it's kind of disrespect.
I think it's.
I'll happily disrespect Nintendo. It's
Honestly,
okay.
yeah, that's fair. That's
Okay.
fair.
I think it's on the Wii tier. But if you
You-
guys aren't,
You two
I
are
think
the
it's
only
at
ones.
least a C or a B tier because like
Right.
D is really harsh.
I'll give you
But,
C.
I
I'll give
think
you
that
C.
I'll
They're
concede
giving
C.
it more
I
like
see.
actual attention to the
Yeah, I'll-
overall
I-
like,
yeah, I put it
market and
Is that
like,
okay? High C. Okay.
I-
We'll
I-
go high C.
I think that they're giving it more attention than those
In-
other previous generations
And
would've.
they're actually giving games that will bring
Yes.
people in with this console, but it's just a matter of time on how we can actually determine
I mean, it's
where
really-
this console lands.
Is it a year old? Is it even a year
It's
old?
not.
at this
I
point?
don't. I think it is.
No, it's- so
maybe.
It's getting close.
Maybe a year old.
It's getting close at the time of this recording.
Yeah. So at this
I would-
point,
You're the only one here who has
it
one.
actually has one.
I think it's a lot of fun, but I
Yeah,
think
it's
that
great.
it's one of those systems where it's like, is it worth it?
Like it's
That's- that's fine.
it's almost like an upgrade. Like
Yeah.
For like if you could just like almost software upgrade the or the Switch One, like it would pretty much be the same.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like they need more. They need more to come out
And that's-
and to have happen for it than
If
what
I-
they have.
I think that's fair.
If I bought a Switch 2 to play Metroid Prime 4, I would have thrown it the fuck
Yeah.
out, dude.
Dude, I would have been so
I would have
mad
thrown
if
it
I
the
bought
fuck
that.
out, dude.
If I had bought the Switch 2 and had that similar like kind of reaction, I would
Guess
be
what we're
so
playing next?
Metroid Prime 2. Actually, Metroid Prime 4.
Still a better Metroid Prime 2 is a better
Metroid
game.
2 would be a lot of fun.
I would rather play that over
Put some
4.
Echoes.
We can play some Echoes.
I'd like to play some Echoes.
I'd like to play some
Hey,
Echoes.
hey,
What the
let
fuck?
me sip some.
What the fuck?
Let me sip some. How'd you do it?
I don't know. Sorry to interrupt the video, but what the hell did I do?
No, we don't get our twisted tea. Someone get a knife and fucking.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're gonna have to just fucking jam that thing in. Okay, we're short on time. Everything
let's
else.
go. Let's go. Blitz.
Yeah,
Let's go.
everything else here is
Blitz it.
handhelds.
Blitz it. Blitz it. Come on, I haven't played like.
There's 4 different
Okay,
types of
okay,
3DS.
one.
Okay, we'll go.
Where do we go here?
No thanks, because we put the 3DS in C.
Here.
No 3DS.
No thanks.
Switch Lite. Who cares? No
Oh,
thanks.
Switch
It's the
Lite.
Switch
Actually,
Lite.
put it in like B.
Fine.
It's the same
Honestly,
tier as the Switch.
It's
Fine,
Switch.
so
It's
what?
it's pretty good.
Switch.
It's the same as Switch. Yeah, it's fine.
Just
So,
lower
Okay,
tier.
Game and Watch.
Game and Watch. I never
Probably
played
C.
it.
C. I would put it in. If
I've
not
played
lower.
one. I've played one Game and Watch game. Throw it in C. Fine.
If not lower, as well.
The rest of it, yeah, the rest of it's gonna go on just no thanks.
What was that?
Oh, I don't know. It looks like it's OLED
It's a
Switch.
Switch something.
OLED.
Switch.
OLED Switch.
Oh, so I should probably put in B.
I'm gonna give
Honestly,
it C. I'm gonna
It's
give it
fine
C.
because it's just a brighter screen. That's the GBA
I would
SP.
put it here because it's the same as the Switch.
Yeah,
but
just better.
just
Put
better.
the GBA SP right next to the GBA then. B tier.
B,
What?
B tier back. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's fine. I don't know what
That's
that is.
I think a 3DS.
That's not a 3DS. I don't know what the. That's like the thing you would see in hotels.
Yeah, it is actually.
We're at like a Best Buy.
That's
here
like
trying to play.
actually like Luigi's Mansion, like
Yes.
his 3DS.
Yes.
Thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the Game Boy horror.
Yes, yes,
the Game Boy horror.
GBA.
That's fine.
Then I
You know
click-
what? No, hold on. Virtual Boy fucking sucks. Sucks.
Virtual-
Sucks. I've played it before. It's awful.
The Virtual
Okay.
Boy is actually the worst VR system ever.
It's so bad.
So bad.
Okay. Hey,
I heard
pizzas.
that, yeah.
We heard it. Okay.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna do my outro. Fellas, is there anything here that you're like, I desperately hate it? We'll
I
make it
think-
fast because I know I don't agree. I don't agree with most of this list, but
No, I know.
I lose.
But at the same time, you are not the Nintendo fan that Jacob and I are.
Hmm.
I'm one of those
I think-
motherfuckers who thinks that the Game Boy, the GameCube, sorry, and the Wii should both be an S. But I'm a motherfucker.
He's
So I think it's good to keep
I
them in
know that
A, to keep
I
it
know
consistent.
He's a
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
I know I'm a
I
fucker.
There you
think
go.
we're good to keep it in a consistent ladder like that. Like the DS actually had like a different quality in terms of how
It did.
Yep.
like
It encapsulated
Yes.
all people.
and
Yeah.
the SNES was just an absolute gem of a console. Like literally, nothing can top that.
True.
But other than that, like I think we're kind of set in a good spot in terms of Nintendo, and we have become like a good stepping stone of what we can expect from Nintendo at this point. Like, give us some I can't think of the word.
I can't
I think
think
if
of
you're one of those people,
Like a bunch of different things.
I think-
Go.
if you're one of those people who's
Versatility. Give us some.
versatility. There you
Give
go.
us some versatility, and I think Nintendo will actually like just absolutely shoot up this list, and we will have a great growth of what we can get from Nintendo products.
I genuinely think if there's anything on here you disagree with, go on ahead and emulate that console and
Mhm.
tell us you disagree with it because of blank. Because I don't think that you can emulate a single game off the SNES or the DS and sit here and say that they're not S tier. I don't think you can sit here and say that the GameCube or the Wii is not providing A tier value. I really don't.
Consistently.
I don't think you can. And
It's
so,
like the GameCube especially is so close to S tier.
Yeah,
But
it
I-
should be.
I ju-
but I think it should.
It
stay
did
in
not revolutionize gaming the way
No.
that the SNES
Yeah,
did, and it did not
exactly.
revolutionize
the way that
portable gaming the way that the NES did.
Yep.
So-
So I think this tier list is absolutely perfect in the way that we have described how Nintendo has based their products.
if you
I think
think
it's perfect.
this tier list is wrong in any way, tell
Here,
us why.
have a drink.
Well,
But-
also, you've seen we've had a lot of good conversations tonight. Go
We
ahead
don't
and
all
give your
agree.
conversations in the
But
comments.
there's three
We don't
very
know.
different perspectives in
So-
this room right now.
It's-
Tell us why. in
There's
the
also so
comments.
many around the world that can give us different perspectives on what they think about Nintendo and what you guys have grown up with. And I think it's incredible to see the type of growth in terms of the people who have played them and who haven't played them to just enjoy these types of consoles. So go ahead and give it a like, a comment. Go ahead.
On
Knock it out,
the-
brother.
Go ahead there, Jacob.
On the other side, this is our comprehensive list. This is what we've came up with after deliberating, after extensive talking. So if you do not agree, tell us why.
Have
if
a drink.
If you do agree, tell us why. Honestly, I love to read the comments.
Just give us
I
some
love to
discourse.
I love to hear what your thoughts are and like what you think would be different in this list, what you think deserve to be there, and yeah, tell us what you think.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you two for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
This was a very long time in the making.
But it was a great
So
great
worth it.
video.
I
We're gonna
loved
have a great time.
I loved it. I want to thank you guys for watching. And before everybody goes, I hope you at least understood everything that we were getting at. Because all three of us are very different from each other.
Oh yeah.
And I think that helped out a lot and made it entertaining.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
And I hope that, at the very least, I respect Nintendo. I don't love everything they do. I don't fucking care about Zelda and Mario, if I'm being completely honest. But it's always the one thing about Nintendo, and everybody can agree with this. It's always exciting to see what they do next.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's always exciting.
Because it could be revolutionary. It could be something simple.
Hey,
So,
it's
like,
just a simple upgrade.
Let's see what we have in the future, and thank you guys so much for watching. We enjoyed you guys enjoying this video, so have fun.
Have a good one, fellas. We'll see you all later.